hello all, welcome back, or if you're new to the show, also a very big welcome. Today we're going to do a review on the Corgi 132 scale Wright brother Wright flyer. It's a 132 scale, of course, then, and it's a anniversary plane, so this was 100 years of aviation, and the Wright brothers, of course, being the ones that started it. Model is from around 2003. It even has a Wright brothers trademark on it for the family fund, so that's quite cool. So it's an older release, it's 22 years old, but still never ruins the excitement. I'm really curious about especially the figures and the rail. I think they should be in here, but I haven't opened it yet, so we're going to do that together. Alrighty guys, so the box art, it's quite a big box, so let me try and get it on image. I don't get why they're so cheap. They usually go around 20 up to 30 pounds. I paid 25 pounds for this one. And the box is still looking quite good. There's a ton of detail with it. So both the brothers are in little scale figures. The engine, the chain, everything is apparently on it. So that's really cool. Yeah, it's an older release, as I mentioned. It's 22 years old. We're going to see how it is. I don't think there is much die-cast to it. It's quite light. By the way, if you guys like the story, feel free to read and pause. You can pause now. But we're going to unbox it for now. Let's see what's inside, because it's quite interesting packaging, what I've seen. Now, of course, with gloves, this is quite interesting to do. But we'll see how far we can get it out. Because I don't think there's much die cast you can ruin on this one. So I don't think the gloves are really needed. Oh, wow. It's quite big for the money that you pay for it. So, if I look at price, it's interesting. Now, there is a lot of little details on it, so that's really cool. The figures are 132 scale, of course. So I have one brother that's laying down. I don't remember from the storage which brother is who. But, so both the brothers are there. The little rail that they push their aircraft on. The aircraft itself in a bent shape already. The wires are quite cool. They're all little normal wires. I don't think there's any metal on this thing even. The propellers are movable. The rudder is even movable. It's really interesting little plane. Now, it's held down by little straps. There's a little certificate with it. I'm going to unbox this all for you guys and remove it from the packaging, and I'll also share with you guys how easy this was. And then we'll go on with the review. I just wanted to show you guys how the packaging works. It's quite cool. So this is taped down. I took my gloves off for this quickly. So you flap down these big flaps. You remove the wires on the bottom. And then you can take out this whole cartridge, which is quite cool. It also protects your plane a little bit. So just wanted to show you guys that quickly. Alrighty guys. So more metal parts than I expected. So the laying figure here is actually from lead or metal, or a die cast at least. The running figure that pushes the plane is plastic, but the details in the figures are really good. It's really nice for the time and era. Nice base plate, the ground a little bit shaded in there. Even a little stool to get onto the plane. So also the pilot, by the way, really nicely detailed with the mustache and the colors in the hair. The pants folding. The rail is quite basic. It's a plastic rail, two-piece. And then there is a little frame holder that holds the plane in place with a little hinge part. Now, the hinge doesn't have a wire. I believe they used to pull wire them, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how far they got with that. But let's go into the plane. There is some die cast actually, so the main frame. So let me get this camera a bit straight for you guys, and let me get all the stuff out of the way. Let me grab a knife to point. So the frame here, it's a metal. Then we have the plastic. Now, things that I want to point out to you guys, and I need to be worried about the knife here, but there's little pulleys in there, and they don't have any function. They don't really work, but it shows you how the Wright brothers would have needed to move this monstrosity. So this is the upper and down rudder, really nice. And also the tail rudder actually moves. Now the wires, I have my doubt if they will stay in nicely, because they get a bit loosey, let's say. But I think even one of the wires already came loose. So that's the downside of a model that's that old. This wire came off from the glue here, but it doesn't let me down for that money. Now, There's no movable parts on the chains, of course, or the engine, but if you guys look at the details, it's really cool. It doesn't weigh literally nothing, so the real plane also would have been very light, of course. Now, the only thing that I want to figure out is how to get that wire back in there. I'll see if I can figure something out. Let me use the dull side of the blade. Let's see if we can get it back on there as fast as possible. So usually it would set something like this to hold the tail rudder in place, and the mechanics and the controls. Now, the pilot figure should go, I believe, somewhere there. I'll see if I can figure it in there, and then also I'll make the whole setup. But for the rest of the plane, really cool details. The canvas and plastic, they did really nicely. As you can see, it's a gigantic plane. But the engine details, the little wire for the spark plug and the gasoline and the control. Yeah, really nicely done. The engine detail could have been a bit better, but then again, it was just a 2-cylinder, I think, with a case over it. And then the sprockets, nicely done. I cannot say anything bad about it. So really cool little detailed plane. I'll make a full setup of the diorama and then show you guys. Alrighty guys, so this is what it roughly should look like. I'm not 100% sure, but the figure to get it in there was not easy, to be honest. I have to get it past the wire, so really cool that you have the running figure, the little stool that he uses to get onto the plane. The plane is catched in the rail with a frame, but the details are quite cool. I hope I can get it on image correctly and might need to reshoot. But really nice, cool little detailed diorama, cool historic moment, of course. The plane hangs even a little bit in the frame, so the little figure that holds it, it's maybe not a bad idea. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching. I cannot put this on a rotary table, unfortunately. I'll take some cool pictures, but thanks for watching again. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. It's always very welcomed, and hope to see you guys next time. Thank you, stay safe.